Yo, what is going down?
What's up?
I'm Daniel.
I'm Tita.
And if you're new to the channel,
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. Yo, today we're going to talk about a legendary hip-hop artist. He go by the name of DMX. I can't bark like him. No. But we're going to talk about DMX. There's an article over on hotnewhiphop.com. There was an article because DMX speaking on a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get into the podcast and everything what he's talking about. But it's DMX tells an emotional story of mentor tricking him into smoking crack at 14 years old. His mentor. His
mentor.
We all know that DMX has drug issues.
He has in the past.
In the past had drug issues and dealt with a lot of drug issues. He looks good now. He got some weight on him. You know what I'm saying? But we know DMX's struggles. A little bit. We know he got his struggles, and he's a very religious man at the same time with his struggles. So let's get into it, man. DMX in a virtual interview with People's Party with Talib Kweli. Shout out Talib Kweli, where he spoke about his introduction to the rap game, including how his mentor, Reddy Ron, he even put the name out there, Reddy Ron, was also the person responsible for tricking him into smoking crack cocaine.
Wow.
He goes on to say, everything in my life is blessed with a curse. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't smoke weed. I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't smoke cigarettes. You know it because DMX got asthma.
Yeah, he has
so
asthma.
DMX smokes cigarettes like crazy.
Yep.
Just to know that 14 years old, he didn't smoke cigarettes. He didn't smoke weed.
He was clean.
He was clean. 14 years old.
He was a good boy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if he was good. He didn't do anything.
He didn't any substance. He was.
We know he went through a lot as a child.
Yeah, of course.
But he didn't do any type of drugs. He went on to say that his friend's at a friend's birthday party, they received money as a gift. And then they received money as a gift, and then he came back with a blunt rolled up. I just counting the money. They're passing the blunt around.
Yeah.
DMX originally rejects it. I'm not smoking.
He says, "No, I'm good."
All right, and then it goes around a circle of friends. When they return to him, his mentor Reddy Ron, he decided to take the hit, right? When he took a hit of the blunt, it was no longer focused on the money that he had. He said he never felt like. He said he never felt like this, and he said it effed him up. And it also goes on to say DMX struggled with telling the story because he became overcome with the emotion. He says, "Why would you do that to a child?" Right, 14 years old.
14 years old.
And 14 years old. I'm sorry, man. The 80s was scary, man. It's like in the 80s they was turning like black people became zombies off that crack rock. And there's science behind that, so there's no way somebody in the hood made that drug.
No.
Just because it's science on how you make that.
Just because they found it in the hood doesn't mean they came from there.
Yeah, there's a lot of, so actually a 14-year-old making pass. It's crack in that blunt, and you give it to a 14-year-old, he's gonna be addicted for life.
Like, why would you even? Why would you do that?
Well, he knew. What he goes on to say, how he looked up to the guy. Why would you do something like that? Why would you do that to somebody that that looks up to you? DMX paused, and Talib told him to take his time after a deep breath. Also, if you want to check that full interview, it's on Talib Kweli's People's Party with Talib. It's DMX talking about smoking crack at 15 years old. I think the YouTube channel is UPRX or UPRX. It's just scary, man. The 80s was so wow. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need anything to make you go to that. That type of life.
Yeah.
Now your role model. That's supposed to be your role model. Is supposed to be somebody you look up to.
Yeah.
He's the one that brought it up to you. So that's like.
And You know, I was born in the 80s. My mom didn't use no drugs.
No.
But you know how many kids were born in the 80s, their parents were on drugs? Not only were their parents, you know, you have the crackheads. The crackheads had babies, which they call crack babies. And now the era is crack babies having babies. So it's a pattern.
Like second, third generation.
These drugs definitely F you up and for life. And if you look at DMX life, his whole music career, in and out of jail, drug rehab, his relationship. Sometimes I'm not trying to, as a man, I'm not trying to diss him, but some of his kids don't have the best relationship with him. These are patterns.
And those patterns.
Yeah, he already had a hard childhood. Now you give that 14-year-old DMX crack, that tops it off.
You have to think about, like, when you're struggling with, you know, how you were raised and everything. You add drugs to it, that just highlights every other bad outcome. That could be a complete different worse outcome.
Well, you remember what he said? He said he didn't smoke cigarettes.
No, he didn't smoke.
He didn't smoke weed. He didn't do anything. And the first thing you think, you know, as a teenager, the first thing you smoke is weed. No, the first thing DMX smoked was crack. And they say the first time you get high on crack, it's a feeling that you're like, and you want. And they say the first time you smoke crack, you're like, it's a feeling that you never felt before. And they say you become addicted to that feeling because you keep smoking crack because you want to go back to that feeling, but you never go actually back to that time that you're chasing that high. That's what that addiction is. You're chasing that high.
The addiction becomes
you're trying to get back to that
world. Lifestyle.
This is really not. I'm afraid to smoke crack. I'm scared of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid to smoke tobacco, and that's legal. You
know? Yeah. So the story of DMX is a story to tell. But I'm seeing that he's doing good now. You know, he got some meat on him. Because I remember when he got out of jail. Because DMX used to be out here in Arizona where we're located. And I mean, he was a little fit and he was going through some struggles. Lost a lot of weight, man. He looked scary because he was kind of losing a lot of weight. So to see him kind of
woke up,
a little belly on him now, no, you know, kind of big. It just seems like a more healthier DMX.
And it helps to show that even DMX going through all that, he overcame that, you know. So like you out there who are doing drugs and have no excuse to want to try it or one time. No.
Go check out that interview and let me know what y'all think. It's Daniel.
It's Tita.
Please subscribe.